Good afternoon. Welcome to the class. Today's subject is leptospirosis. Some of the contents are introduction, problem statement, epidemiological determinants, agent, host, and environmental factors, mode of transmission, incubation period. Clinical picture it consists of anicteric and icteric. You know, anicteric means no jaundice, icteric means with jaundice. Diagnosis, control, vaccination. Coming to the leptospirosis, it's a bacterial disease and also zoonotic disease. Occasionally infect humans caused by spirochete of genus Leptospira, having two species, mainly Leptospira intergans and Leptospira biflexa. Coming to the how it emerged, this Leptospira emerged. So it's an emerging disease. So India with vast coastline and also agroeconomic system, around 8,000 kilometer long coastal belt. And also due to the rapid ecological changes, this is the second cause of emerging of leptospirosis. The changes are the reclamation of wasteland, deforestation, irrigation changes in crops, and agriculture technology during past decade. And this is a zoonotic disease emerged and resulted in epidemics. So this is the emerging factors. Coming to the factors, other than those three, reservoirs and carriers, these are natural rodents and non-rodent reservoir hosts like foxes, rabbits. So both rodents and non-rodent carriers hosts are there. Carriers like domestic animals, cattle, and also rats. Excrete organisms in the urine. So urine is the actually source. So reservoirs are the rodents. Drainage condition and water blogging force the rodent population to abandon burrows and contaminate stagnant water by their urine. So this is another big cause. And also favorable environment for survival of organism. So environment also very favorable. And soil salinization, lower base salinization of environment. So salinization is another factor. And also base salinization of environment also, both with soil and environment. Mean annual temperature of 22 degrees centigrade at the 50 centimeter depth. It's not feet, it is centimeter depth. And temperature difference between mean summer and mean winter is less than 5 degrees centigrade, almost equal, both in summer and also winter. That's why the organism can survive without exposure to too much of temperature. Coming to the epidemiology, already we discussed about the agent, host, and environment. Coming to the agent, these agent consists of a lot of strains and divided into 23 subgroups. And each subgroup consists of several strains. And more than 260 seroviruses are carried naturally. This is another difficulty is for each serovirus, each vaccine should be there. That's why it cannot give cross protection. The serovirus in India are Leptospira andamana, Leptospira humana, Leptospira canicola, and also Leptospira hemorrhagica. The spread is by several serotypes of Leptospira. These are called as spirochetes and transmitted to man under certain environmental circumstances. And clinical picture, it varies from mild to severe. In the mild, clinical picture consists of febrile illness, and severe consists of fatal disease with involvement of liver and kidney. So this is also called as Weil's disease. One of the manifestations of the human leptospirosis, it involves liver and kidney. So usually due to this disease, hemorrhage is also there, there, and also jaundice also there. Coming to the problem statement, it is transmissible from animal to man. High prevalence in warm, humid tropical countries, and outbreaks due to heavy rainfall and consequent flooding. So both together should be there, rainfall and also floods. Worldwide, 1 million cases of leptospirosis per year, and it takes toll about 60,000 deaths. Incidence is 975 cases per 1 lakh population, almost 1,000 cases per 1 lakh population, and 1 million cases per year. The link between leptospirosis and extreme weather conditions in India and Guyana and Philippines and Thailand. Then the link with the spread of the leptospirosis and extreme weather conditions. Coming to the epidemiological determinants like agent, this leptospira are thin, light motile spirochetes 0.1 to 0.2 micrometer or width, and length is 5 to 15 micrometer. Both ants are hooked ants. So with these hooked ants, they will adhere. Only the strain of Leptospira indolens are pathogenic. Remaining are mostly non-pathogenic. The organisms are visible by dark illumination and silver staining. 23 seroglobes and 200 serovacs recognized from various parts of the world. Source of infection is leptospira are excreted from urine of infected animals. These are the source for the rodents in the entire period of life. So excretion will be continuous in the entire period of life. So source is the urine of infected animals. Coming to the animal reservoirs, affects wild and domestic animals, rats, mice, and wolves. But cats are not usually affected. Most domestic animals include cattle, water buffalo, pigs, horses, and sheep. May be infected through grazing areas contaminated by the carrier host. So these animals will graze the grass in open areas, and the carrier host urine will be there that will be infected. Agent sex, host factors, males suffer more frequently because of the occupational exposure. To infected animals and contaminated environment, persons with 30 to 45 years of age, maximum exposure. So males and also ages 20 to 45 years of age, occupation. Usually, occupational agricultural workers, livestock farmers, sugarcane fields, underground sewers, meat, animal handlers, veterinarians, leisure activities, swimming and fishing. So these are the common occupations by which the exposure will be there to the urine of infected animals. And immunity, a solid serovac specific immunity follows infection. So there will be immunity there, usual IgM or IgG. So after infection, you can detect. So the immunoglobulins are there, that means already specific immunoglobulins are already there, means there is an infection. Coming to the environmental factors, acquired through contact with an environment contaminated by urine, and also feces from carrier and reservoir. So urine and also feces, animal or other infected animals. Leptospira shed in the urine can survive for weeks in soil and water. This is another big danger because they can survive in the soil and water for weeks together. So environmental contamination may reach high levels in areas where carrier animals frequently urinate. So this is the environmental contamination. The association of poor housing, limited water supply, inadequate method of water waste disposal, increases to the poor in urban population and also rural. Urban population and also rural. Soil salinity and water logging are interlinked problems. So there is, whenever there is a waterlogging, and also if there is a increased salinity, that is a big problem for the growth of the leptospira. The salinity of the soil and alkaline pH provides favorable environment for survival of leptospira for months. So the soil salinity and also water alkaline pH both together favorable to the survival. The environmental factors, the soil of endemic areas in general has lower base saturation and mean annual soil temperature at the depth of 50 centimeters is 22 degrees centigrade. So this is the depth and this is the temperature favorable. And the difference between the summer and the winter is less than 5 degrees. This is also favorable. This favors the survival of the leptospites for a long time. So how it transmits? Leptospirosis transmits by direct and indirect. Leptospira can enter through the regions or through intact mucous membranes by direct contact with urine or tissue of infected animal material. So this is direct. Coming to the indirect, through the contact of broken skin with soil, water, and the vegetations contaminated by urine of infected animals, or through infected food or water contaminated with Leptospira. So usually directly with the urine, indirectly with the food and water contamination and urine. Coming to the mode of transmission, infection is occurred with contact with the environment, contaminated with urine of rodents, carriers, or diseased animals. So contact is the first source to the urine, infected urine. Age group is 20 to 30 years. Males occupational exposure starts at the onset of rainy season and stops when the rain recedes. So whenever the rain recedes, it will start. And high risk group, which are this high risk group, are the agricultural workers, lorry drivers, mason workers, fishermen, and sewer workers. Coming to the spectrum of illness, it's very wide and mild to severe. There is without jaundice, that is inactive, and with jaundice, icteric. Severe form is 5% to 10%. So severity is very less, almost 90 to 95% of mild form. Severe forms are with clinical picture, fever, jaundice, organ involvement, that's called as Weil's syndrome. There is both liver and kidney involvement. Pulmonary system 90%. So this is the severity of the diseases pulmonary system, and because it causes pulmonary alveolar hemorrhage and cardiovascular system disease. So both these two causes the deaths. And the differential diagnosis is malaria, dengue hemorrhagic fever, viral hepatitis. So whenever you want to treat the leptospirosis, you have to exclude malaria parasite and also dengue signs and symptoms or diagnostic features. Viral hepatitis also, like history, clinical examination, and also the diagnostic measures. Clinical picture is very wide and mild anecdotal jaundice, and also sometimes the infections go unnoticed because of lack of significant clinical illness, just like coronavirus, like asymptomatic and symptomatic. Clinical types of leptospirosis: anecdotic leptospirosis, icteric leptospirosis. Anecdotic stage consists of the mild form with fever, chills, myalgia, body pains, and also conjunctival suffusion, even conjunctival elevations will be there, and headache will be there, renal involvement will be there, pulmonary manifestations will be there, like cough and chest pain. Hemoptysis, there is blood in the sputum, hemorrhagic tendencies. Sometimes hemorrhages can be there in the alveoli. Clinical features decrease or disappear within 2 or 3 days, and then they reappear and may progress to severe disease. So this is another factor which is very dangerous. Initially, It appears, then disappear, but after 2 to 3 days, again progress to severe disease. Coming to the icteric leptospirosis, which is the severe form. The patient has jaundice, presents with fever and myalgia. Mostly the autonomic sign is cough muscle tenderness becomes more evident in the icteric leptospirosis. Cough muscle tenderness. Headache, congenital suffocation, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain. Hypotension will be there, not hypertension. Hypertension is low blood pressure. Maybe they go into shock also. And circulating collapse. So blood, there is less blood and also less pumping of the heart. Pulmonary insufficiency will be there. So pulmonary veins, blood supply will be less to the lungs. Combined liver and renal failure associated with leptospirosis is referred to as Weil's disease. So Weil's disease is both liver and renal involvement will be there in the leptospirosis. That is called as Weil's disease. Leptospirosis during pregnancy can cause fetal complications, including fetal death and abortion. So this is another danger. Pregnancy leptospirosis. The case fatality rate is 5% to 15% among patients with severe illness, but it is 50% among patients with severe pulmonary hemorrhagic syndrome. So severe illness without hemorrhagic syndrome is 15%. With hemorrhagic syndrome, it is more than 50%. There is a case fatality rate. Coming to the transmission, infection is occurred with contact with the environment, contaminated with urine of rodents, carriers, or diseased animals. Age group is 20 to 30 years, males, and starts at the onset of rainy season, stops on the rainy season. And HRG, we discussed from anecdote to anecdote, spectrum of illness, and severe form is only 5 to 10%. Severe forms, clinical picture, jaundice, organ involvement, Weil's syndrome. Pulmonary system 80%. Deaths are due to pulmonary alveolar amylase. So what is the incubation period? 10 days. You know incubation period. Immediate darkness into the appearance of the signs and symptoms. But the range is too much. 4 to 20 days. Usually, an average, it is around 4 to 14 days or 10 days. That's why it is known as 10 days. Diagnosis by isolation of leptospira from the blood during the acute illness and from urine after the first week. So acute illness means around 4 days. You can draw the blood, you can test for the immunity, like immunoglobulin. Coming to the urine, diagnostic feature will be there by examination. Early in the disease, the organism may be identified by dark field microscopic examination of the patient's blood or by culture on a semi-solid urine. Culture takes 1 to 6 weeks to become positive. So minimum is 1 to 6 weeks. Maybe 1 to 6 weeks, maybe 3 to 4 weeks. The organism may be grown from the urine from 19th day to 6 weeks. So growth of the organism from the urine. So after infection to 19th day to 6 weeks. Serological tests like agglutination tests, microscopic using live organisms and then microscopic using killed antigen. This is the agglutination. You can agglutination test usually for the immunoglobulin. Become positive after 7 to 10 days of illness and peak at 3 to 4 weeks and persist for many years. Because agglutination means both antigen and antibody should be present together. That's why we have to use the killed antigen for the live organisms. So that will be attracted together and agglutination will be there. Indirect inagglutination, immunofluorescent antibody, and ELISA test. So enzyme linked immunosorbent assay tests also are useful for the diagnosis of leptospirosis. In the ELISA is useful in making an early diagnosis as is positive as early as 2 days of illness. So this is the earliest diagnostic test for the leptospirosis is ELISA. And also dipsticks are also available. So there is another advantage. So what is the management? Management usually with antibiotics like penicillin, intravenous, 6 million per day, tetracycline or ampicillin and doxycycline, or drugs also, amoxicillin also effective. Environmental hazards. So what are the hazards? Prevent exposure to contaminated water. So contaminated water is there. So prevent the exposure to contaminated water. That is the prevention of environmental hazards. Now coming to the reducing contamination by rodent control and protection of workers in hazardous occupations. So better to reduce the rodents and also protect the workers. So reduce the rodents, protect the workers, and contaminated water should be prevented. Measures to control rodents, proper disposal of waste, and health education. So health education is for waste disposal and also rodent control. Vaccination, immunization of farmers and pets prevent disease. So better to give vaccines to the farmers and the pets like dogs and others and cattle. Strains of serotypes that predominate in that area, as immunity of one type of serotype cannot protect the infection caused by other strain of type of leptospira. That's why very specific immunity is very, very specific. So that's why vaccination also vaccine specific of the strain or serotype. Treatment. At the primary health center level, in endemic areas, one is clinically suspected leptospirosis and mild disease and rapid diagnostic test positive. Two together should be done. And if suppose clinically suspected leptospirosis is there, treat with doxycycline tablet 100 milligrams 2 times for 7 days. And also tacrolimus 600 mg stat in malaria endemic areas in adults, and for children 10 mg per kg stat. In children less than 6 years of age, 30 to 50 mg per kg per day of capsule amoxicillin and or ampicillin in divided dose 6 hourly for 7 days. So the antibiotics may be doxycycline, chloroquine, and also amoxicillin or ampicillin. Either of these three. Mild disease and rapid diagnostic test is positive. Injection crystalline penicillin. So suspected case only just antibiotics. But if there is a mild disease with rapid diagnostic test is there, positivity is there, then give injection crystalline penicillin CP. Injection CP 20 lakhs units intravenously 6 hourly for 7 days. Then for children, crystalline penicillin 2 to 4 lakhs. International units per kg per day for 7 days. And after diagnosis by negative ELISA test and negative immunodiagnostic and clinically stable cases, we can give doxy 100 mg PD for 7 days, chloroquine 600 mg stat. So for negative of the ELISA and immunodiagnostic, but clinically stable, you can give either doxy or chloroquine. In milder form of illness, in crystalline penicillin 20 lakhs intravenously 6 hourly. If the facility of ELISA is not available, then following should be given. That is 7-day course of doxycycline. So if you cannot do the ELISA, give 7-day course of doxycycline for 6 years, for the less than 6 years, amoxicillin capsule or ampicillin capsule 30 to 50 mg per kg per day. And at the level of tertiary level of treatment, usually medical colleges, district hospitals, any case of fever in leptospira endemic areas. During rainy season, the chloroquine 600 mg stack, children 10 mg per kg stack, or capsule that's doxycycline 100 mg per BD for 7 days. If the child is less than 6 years, capsule amoxicillin or anti you can give. This is the doxy or chloroquine. If the milder severe form of illness presented in hospital, organ specific care should be given. So severe form is there, so that should be admitted in the hospital for organ specific care. If ELISA is negative and clinically stable, then there is no need of treatment in tertiary hospital. So it's stable clinically and ELISA negative. No treatment at medical college or district hospitals. All suspected cases, whether positive or negative, with rapid immunodiagnostic test having feature of organ dysfunction shifted to higher center. So even though the case is suspected one, but with organ dysfunction, shift the case to higher center. Prevention and control measures. Protection against contagion by avoiding direct or indirect contact with animal urine. Human contact with animal urine. So avoid the contact, number one. And other one is health education. Other one is rodent control. Then mapping of water bodies for establishing the proper drainage system. Is there a drainage system is there or not, or it is blocked? Then health impact assessment of developmental process. So how this project will damage the health by assessing the health impact assessment. Vaccination of animals in endemic situations having high incidence of the disease. So when there is an endemic situation, there give vaccine to animals. Leptospirosis should be made a reportable disease in endemic states. So far it is not a reportable disease. It should be reported, made reportable. Chemoprophylaxis during peak transmission season. So chemoprophylaxis should be given during peak transmission. Vaccination should be given during endemic situations. Doxycycline 200 mg once a week for less than 6 weeks may be given to high-risk group and population where clustering of cases has been reported. So chemoprophylaxis, not only peak transmission, but clustering of cases are also there. You can give doxy 200 mg. So this part of leptospirosis we have finished. Coming to the Nipah virus. Coming with the contents, introduction, epidemiology, present factors, post factors, and management factors, whereas leptospirosis is a bacterial disease, Nipah is a viral disease. And reservoir, source, clinical picture, diagnosis, treatment, prevention, and control. So Nipah virus of the family Paramyxovidae. Family belongs to family Paramyxovidae. The genus is Henipavirus. So genus is Henipavirus, and it is also zoonotic virus. But leptospirosis is a zoonotic bacterial disease. Nipah is a zoonotic viral disease that causes outbreaks of fatal encephalitis. Whereas leptospirosis causes the pulmonary hemorrhage, alveolar hemorrhage, and also liver and kidney. Whereas this Nipah virus involves the brain, fatal encephalitis. It was discovered in Malaysia in 1999 after an outbreak involving pig farm and abattoir workers. You know, abattoirs are slaughterhouse workers. The spread is by Pyropus fruit bats. So this is a backbone viral disease. Nipah is a backbone viral disease, especially fruit bat-borne viral disease. Natural hosts are pigs and amplified in pigs, then spread to humans. So amplification is growth and development and also white atmosphere. Then afterwards it spreads to the humans. First epidemic is seen in Kanta Valley of Peninsular Malaysia in September 1998. Later, Kuala Lumpur, then 2 states, and then to Singapore, devastated with multi-million pig farm industry. So, thousands of pigs were there and affected are 265 patients. Deaths are 105 patients. 10% suffered from relapsing disease after 4 years later. So that is also there. Not only a total recovery, but sometimes the relapses will be there. After 4 years, then 10% relapse will be there. It occurred in 2002 and 2003. Case fatality. How many deaths are there among cases? So this is around 75%, 38%. It is not 85. This is 38% to 75%. Outbreaks are, in 2001, 2 outbreaks occurred in Naharpur, Bangladesh, and Siliguri, neighboring West Bengal in India. This was followed by Norno and Raspberry and Faridpur 2004 and Bangladesh 2004. And Patragaon and Kustia in 2007. And Mankolganj and Raspberry 2008, all in Bangladesh. So the first is in India, the second is in Bangladesh. Similarities between India and Bangladesh and Malaysia and Singapore, both resulting in acute fatal encephalitis. So this is the similarity. Reservoir of the virus from Pteropus fruit bats, both from epidemiology. Disease spread from mainly pig to human in the Malaysian outbreak. In Malaysia, it is pig to human and bat to human through food or animal. So through food only, the bat to animal or bat to human it occurs. But pig to human in Malaysia. And direct human to human were the prominent modes of transmission in Bangladesh and India. So in Bangladesh and India, it is human to human. In Malaysia, pig to human. And also in Malaysia, bat to human, bat to animal. But human to human only in India and Bangladesh. In Malaysian outbreaks, bats were the reservoir of the virus. So in Malaysia, reservoirs are the bats. Commercially farmed pigs were the main amplifying host, resulting in the animal to human transmission. So animal to human transmission in the Malaysia, whereas human to human transmission is Bangladesh and India. Epidemiology. Low risk of human to human transmission. So fortunately, the risk of transmission is very less from human to human. Even though the virus is found in respiratory secretion, urine of the patients exclude transmission by serology, MRI scan, and healthcare workers. So respiratory secretions and also saliva is very less, but urine of patients is very dangerous for transmission. Malaysia also failed to detect direct bat to human transmitted infection. And Malaysia also very less bat to human, but pig to human is also only there. Even by consuming partially eaten fruits by bats, also not affected. So the bats eat the fruits and left them. Even though the humans eat that, they don't get the infection. That's why bat to human is very less spread. Other mode of transmission is direct contact with infected bats, pigs, other infected people, direct exposure to infected bats, infected bat secretions contaminate the raw date palm sap. So raw date sap is juice, raw date palm juice that when being taken, it will be infected. In Bangladesh, India outbreaks, contact with sick patients. So any contact with sick persons and also sick persons will be defunct. The consumption of that palm juice possibly contaminated by bad secretions were likely to be modes of transmission in the case of India and Bangladesh. But whereas it is in Malaysia, it is not. That is the big difference. Risk factors are outbreaks in Bangladesh occurred during the winter months. When the date palm juice was harvested, gave support to consumption of date palm juice, causing the outbreak in India. In Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, in India outbreaks, sick cows contact with a herd of pigs climbing trees. The difference in the genetic makeup of the different strains of virus involved in these outbreaks. With more prominent pulmonary disease, infective secretions in Bangladesh and Indian patients. So these are the causes. By case control studies also it was proved. Malaysian outbreak by measures. In Malaysia, initially they practiced the barrier nursing technique. So this is the barrier method technique in Malaysia. They curtailed the outbreak of the Nipah by healthcare workers early in the outbreak and prevented the person-to-person transmission. So the main very important point is person-to-person transmission is prevented by barrier method or nursing method or nursing technique. Bad shred higher amount of viable viral particles through secretions into the date palm juice than partly eaten fruit. So the juices in the date palm particles, a billion particles of viral particles in the date palm juice are much more than the partly eaten fruit by the bats. That's why the environment is high in India. In Bangladesh and Indian outbreaks, contact with sick patients and the consumption of date palm juice possibly contaminated bad secretions were likely to be modes of transmission. What are the risk factors? Outbreaks in Bangladesh occurred during the winter months. When the date palm juice was harvested, it gave support to the consumption of date palm juice causing the outbreak. So, one is date palm juice consumption and also winter months and sick cows contact with the herd of pigs. These are the risk factors. And also the other risk factors of climbing trees, the difference in the genetic material, the different strains of virus and all with these outbreaks with more prominent pulmonary disease and infective secretions in Bangladesh and Indian patients. In Malaysia, initially they practice in the barrier technique and also studying of the viral particles is much more by the bat through secretions into the date palm juice. That's why the occurrence of disease is much more by eating date palm juice. Outbreaks in India and Bangladesh. Animal outbreaks were scale involving 4 to small scale involving 4 to 36% patients only. So maximum is 36, minimum is 4. But whereas the largest outbreak in Siliguri, West Bengal, India, 66 patients. The pig farming and rearing in Bangladesh involved small herds only. But in India, Siliguri, large outbreaks. Animals such as cows and goats were allowed to roam very freely. Large-scale animal-to-animal spread was thus unlikely and no other animal reservoir of the virus was found. So, animal-to-animal spread is very unlikely from the India and also from Bangladesh. The outbreaks in Bangladesh and India were believed to occur from bat to human through food and animals and human to human transmission spread without an identified cause. So, in India, bat to human and human to human. Outbreaks in India. Annual outbreaks were smaller in scale and amplifying most. The virus spread rapidly among pigs, which then amplifies the amplifying cause. For pigs, amplifying cause, the virus should be more for the amplification and transmitted the virus to the farm workers and owners. Outbreaks occur every 10 years. So a decade. Once in a decade, the outbreaks will occur in the Malaysia. The prominent pulmonary illness among pigs with their infected secretions probably underlies the high infectivity with other pigs and humans. So, infected secretions, especially the prominent pulmonary illness among pigs with their infected secretions, probably underlies the high infectivity to other pigs and humans. So, this is another pulmonary illness among pigs is the result of the infection in the pigs and humans. The size of the high density nature of commercial pig farm industry. So the size is too big, high density of the pigs in buildings of the constructed for them, around 2.4 million before our prey. Outbreaks in India and Bangladesh occur widely spread geographic, since the banks are the only reservoirs that signifies frequent infection of the virus from bats to humans. Even though the wide geographic area usually inspects by bats. There is close proximity between the bats and population and humans in bats' habitat. Larger Cleopas fruit bats, only reservoir is the larger Cleopas fruit bat. Consuming the raw date palm juice is important mode for the virus to spread from bats to humans. To food in Bangladesh is not custom in Malaysia. That's why this is a custom in Bangladesh and India. That's why